Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the league season so far. And I'm going to be talking about not just FC Barcelona, but also Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Athletic Club, and some other clubs. Because I do think that there is some important things to say about the current status of this league. Because I do believe that this league season has been very unique. It's been a season that we have not seen before, like ever. So I am going to be explaining what I do mean by this. So I want to start with the very bottom. We're going to go down to the infamous Girona, the team that was supposed to be consistent for another season, right? Girona is actually pretty sad with what happened with Girona. Girona last season ended up in third place. They were about to go into first or second place. Like, it was very close. Girona were one hell of a team last season, and the amount of stress they have given us during that season, it was crazy, right? Because they beat us 4-2 on May 4th earlier this year, and then back on December 10th 2023 they beat us at our own home 4-2. And I'm like, bro, like, what the hell is going on? How the hell is Girona like this good? And I remember that team, right? They had Savio, they had Dovbik, they had Cauto, they had Eric Garcia, they had Alex Garcia, they also had Pablo Torre. It was one hell of a team. But this season, unfortunately for them, they have fallen all the way to the bottom. And Girona are in 13th place. They're not as good as they were in the previous season. Like, I understand that, like, there is some teams that do have like that standout season, right? And then they fall off to like 6th or 7th or 8th place. But Girona going from 3rd place, where they were once like 1st or 2nd, and then going all the way down to 13th. I'm like, bro, I mean, I understand why Girona went down like this, is because they lost so many players. They lost so many players this summer. I thought they were going to hold their composure like Bayer Leverkusen and say, you know what, we're not gonna sell no players, we're gonna keep them, we don't care. But no, Girona's like, no, this player can be sold, this player can get loaned out. They lost a lot of players. Savio left, Dovbik left, Alex Garcia left, Eric Garcia left, Pablo Torre left, Pau Victor also left, another player that was so important to that team. They just got dismantled. So I don't see Girona being like a true competitor in this season at all. They're gonna have to rebuild. Moving on towards another team that I do want to talk about is Osasuna. Osasuna surprisingly have been very good. It's unfortunate to see that Barcelona lost 3 points against Osasuna, which ended 4-2. I'm like, dude, it did tell me just a little bit on what Hansi Flick was thinking about during that week when we were facing Osasuna, because that was around the time where we had to play 3 matches within a span of 5 days. It was very hectic, and Barcelona had to rotate. Hansi Flick knew that they needed to rotate, but that wasn't really like the solution, right? The solution was, okay, we need to rotate. The solution was, when do we rotate, right? When do we rotate? That is where the solution was at. When should we rotate? And we should have rotated against the Young Boys, not against Osasuna. Young Boys could have been a very easy game, regardless of whether we used our C or B team. It did not matter. I know that many do say, no, Kevin, you're wrong. We needed to win 3 points against Young Boys because we already lost 3 points against Monaco, whatever. No, I think that if you use our B team or C team against Young Boys, we would have still won. We should have never rotated against Osasuna. I think that Hansi Flick made only one mistake this season, only one out of like the billion things that he got correct. But one mistake that he did was underestimate how good Osasuna was. He thought that Osasuna was not that good of a team. And no, like, going to Osasuna, bro, and facing Osasuna, nah, bro. Like, Osasuna is a really good team, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud to see that they know how to utilize Zaragoza, Budimir, Garcia, Oroz, Toro. They have been doing pretty solid, and they felt very alive playing against us when they were at their home. And they're really dynamic, I would also say too, because they know how to score goals, not just in open play, but also like in other ways. Like, through set pieces, they have a total of 3 goals. Through penalties, they have a total of 2 goals, and they have 2 own goals, which is crazy. And then the rest, the other 7 goals, which was open play, that accumulates towards a total of 14 goals scored this season for them. Now moving on towards Real Betis. The reason why I'm kind of like following Real Betis is because of Vitor Roque. Vitor Roque so far has 2 goals in the league. I thought that Vitor Roque by this point was going to be a little better. I thought that by this point he should probably have maybe 5 to 6 goals, but only 2 goals so far. Is crazy to see how, time answers things, because like 7 to 8 months ago, many were saying, oh my God, fire Xavi Hernandez, fire Joan Laporta. I stand with Vitor Roque FC. Vitor Roque should be going over Lewandowski. We should be trying out our brand new young Brazilian striker, blah, blah, blah. And now look at this, right? Look at what Lewandowski is today and what Vitor Roque is doing at Real Betis. I'm not trying to say that Vitor Roque is a trash player and he's never going to make it. No, I think that right now, at this moment, our answer towards us having a great number 9 was never through Vitor Roque. It was always through Lewandowski and getting the best out of Lewandowski, because Lewandowski today is one of the best strikers in the world. He's very lethal. Hansi Flick knows exactly how to use him, and we're seeing the prime Lewandowski again. We see him much more movable. We see him a little more dynamic. He's very important for us in the middle of the pitch. He knows how to make those 1-2 touches. Look at how Barcelona, right, scored their first goal against Bayern Munich. Lewandowski was one of the players that made that build up with Pedri and Fermin Lopez and Rafinha. Vitor Roque would have never. Vitor Roque's first touch, as a matter of fact, is not even that good. Even till this day with Real Betis, his first touch is horrendous. And that is something that is a requirement for FC Barcelona. You need to have a great first touch. The reason why Hansi Flick's football works so well is because the technicality of these players is amazing. And Vitor Roque cannot match up to that. Of course, we're going to have to give Vitor Roque some time to see how he does evolve. But as of now, Vitor Roque is not a FC Barcelona player. Or in terms of quality, I would even say, I think that Vitor Roque, in the way that he does play, it does match a team more like AC Milan or Inter Milan, but not in a place where it's the Spanish league, because you need to have high technicality, and Vitor Roque does not have that. So is Real Betis utilizing Vitor Roque to his maximum potential? No, I don't think so. But the one thing that they are getting right, though, it is their backline. Batra, Llorente, Bellerin have been amazing. Bellerin has 1 assist. We have Batra with a goal. Llorente has been defensively very solid, and because of that, they are in the top 6 when it comes to clean sheets. They do have a total of 3 clean sheets and ranked in 6th place when it comes to goals conceded per match with a total of 0.9. But once again, Real Betis, in terms of their weakness, it is the attack, because their goals per match rate is not good. Right now, their goals per match is 1.0. That's 13th place in the league. To put it into perspective, Barcelona is 3.3, Real Madrid is 2.1, who are in 2nd place. Real Betis all the way at the bottom in 13th place with only 1 goal averaging per 90 minutes. The other team that I do want to speak about, it is Athletic Club. And dude, what the hell happened to Nico Williams? Like, what happened? Like, this whole thing about, oh yeah, I want to stay with my brother because we believe in this dream that we can achieve the Copa del Rey or the Spanish Super Cup or whatever. That thing looks like it's gonna go out the window. Like, Athletic Club are not doing good, and mainly because Nico Williams has not been maximized this season. Nico Williams had an amazing season last season. It's one of the reasons why we were talking about Nico Williams all summer, is because Nico Williams had an amazing 2023-2024 season. But Nico Williams is not one of the top goal scorers, not in the top assist players. He is not even rated highly by no football platform. Last season, he played 37 matches, scored 8 goals, and provided 16 assists, right? I'm like, dude, this guy should join Barcelona. He has an amazing assist rate. He scores goals. What an amazing left winger, right? He did amazing in the Euros, but this season, he has played 11 matches already, has scored 1 goal, and provided 2 assists. Dude, like, you have to get much better than this. I don't know if this has something to do with how he felt about, how he could have never gone to FC Barcelona. Maybe he does feel a little down. Maybe he is second guessing himself. Maybe he's starting to believe that his career is not going to go down the correct path because Barcelona is no longer interested in Nico Williams. I would like to see Nico Williams as a Barcelona player, but if you're going to put out a performance like this through the season and you're not going to be as effective, Barcelona's not going to be looking at you. And it's crazy how football works, right? Remember how we all said Vitor Roque over Lewandowski out? Another thing that time did was to showcase who was the true winner between Rafinha and Nico Williams. We all talked about how Nico Williams is going to be the replacement to Rafinha because Rafinha is not a 1v1 dueler. He cannot take down 1 to 2 players, but Hansi Flick is a smart man. He's like, okay, look, I know that Rafinha is not one of the best dribblers in the world. He's not a Vinicius, he's not a Neymar, he's not a Nico Williams. So Rafinha knows how to run into space and knows how to fool the opposition, any center back, and shift his position and lose his marker. Rafinha is once again good at that. You look at the last 2 goals that Barcelona scored against Bayern Munich, that is Rafinha's game. And he has created this environment where Rafinha can always play at his best level, making it seem like Rafinha is a much more efficient left winger compared to Nico Williams. And it fits Barcelona's philosophy under Hansi so perfectly. I don't see Nico Williams doing exactly what Rafinha has been doing, because Rafinha, as a matter of fact, Rafinha, another A+ that he has gotten is his energy, right? It is his aggressiveness, his ability to have a lot of emotions in his game. Nico Williams does not provide that, and that is what puts Rafinha above Nico Williams now. It is no longer Nico Williams over Rafinha. Nico Williams is better because he's a 1v1 dual monster. No, Rafinha is the definitive left winger for Barcelona at this moment. It does not seem like Nico Williams cannot even touch the starting 11, and because of Rafinha. Could everything change if Nico Williams joins Barcelona and we fast forward about 2 years from now and we see Nico Williams as one of the best left wingers in the world because of Hansi Flick? Yes, of course. But as of now, the better player is Rafinha, and Barcelona is benefiting a lot from it. Athletic Club have not been able to get the best out of the player. Inaki Williams, if anything, has been doing better than Nico Williams, right? His brother, the brother that told Nico that he should stay at Athletic Club and to be with the family, to be loyal to the club. And look at how it turned out, right? It's unfortunate. But Athletic Club overall have been okay. They have been decent, right? You don't go into 5th place in the league by accident. They deserve it. Ernesto Valverde has done a tremendous job. They have 17 points in the league, right below Villarreal and above Mallorca and above Real Betis. They are a great goal scoring team. It is not just about Nico Williams, but it is also about Inaki Williams, also Alex Berenguer, and their striker Gorka. That is why they are one of the best attacking teams in the league, ranked in 4th with a total of 1.7 goals per 90 minutes. But damn, bro, I just don't see Athletic Club as dynamic as they were last season. They were much better on the wings last season compared to like now. But now I do want to move on towards the top 3. First of all, Atletico Madrid, right, in 3rd third place. I thought Atletico Madrid were going to be much better by now because with Julian Alvarez, with Antoine Griezmann, with Molina and Koke, and the inclusion of Lenglet, I thought Atletico Madrid were going to at the very least be in second place and maybe put Real Madrid in third place. I know it sounds crazy for me to say that because, you know, they signed Kylian Mbappe in the same summer, but with Julian Alvarez, it's just another, I would say, just another team having another brand new player, very similar to how Real Betis have Vitor Roque. It's just another team having a brand new player and they're trying to figure out how they can work with Julian Alvarez and get the best out of Julian because Julian has not been playing his best football. He's still trying to find his footing. And Julian Alvarez has gotten 4 goals and 1 assist in 13 matches. It's not bad, right? For a regular striker out there in Europe, these are pretty decent numbers, but it is Julian Alvarez, right? A World Cup winner, somebody who has won the Champions League as well, somebody who has won the Premier League as well. I do think that Alvarez needs better service behind him. He should really play as a true number 9 because I have not really seen Alvarez play as a true number 9. He usually does get placed as a second striker, or at the very least he gets shifted into a striker and sometimes as a second striker through the match. And I'm like, no, you need to focus on Julian just being a pure box threat with great service surrounding him. I do think that a player like Florian Wirtz would really suit a team like Atletico Madrid because I can imagine a team where they have Griezmann and Florian Wirtz behind Julian Alvarez. I would really like to see that. It would also bring more competition to the league itself and make the league much more exciting. Now, it does not mean that Julian Alvarez does not get any goal scoring opportunities. This guy has taken a lot of shots with Atletico Madrid so far, but only being able to place 3 goals in the league. He has also not really played a lot of minutes, so I would give him that. He has only played 545 minutes. Players like Sorloth and Antoine Griezmann have been the main players to bring the goals and the assists. Griezmann has 4 goals and 3 assists in the season, with Sorloth having 2 goals and 3 assists through the season so far. They have been their best players. Molina has not been at his best. De Paul, the same thing, and even with Lenglet. Lenglet is currently all known from FC Barcelona. Lenglet has not been having a good season with Atletico Madrid whatsoever. I'm telling you guys, if Diego Simeone can get his hands on Florian Wirtz, it would fix a lot of problems because they do have creative issues. Like, how the hell do you have this much star power and still only rank in 6th place when it comes to goals per match with a total of 1.6? 1.6, bro. How the hell are you below Celta Vigo, Athletic Club, and Villarreal when it comes to goals per match? They are still very defensively aware, like still one of the best defensive teams, if not the best defensive team in the league, right? Ranked in 1st place with only 0.6 goals conceded per match, but the attack needs to be refined. Diego Simeone needs to find a solution to that. Like, I know that Diego Simeone is a great defensive coach. I know that he makes Atletico Madrid very defensively solid, but if you do want to take that extra step, you need better attacking awareness, or else you're going to get ridiculous games like getting beaten by Benfica 4-0 or getting beaten by Lille 3-1 in the Champions League. And so now moving on towards Real Madrid. Honestly, I expected Real Madrid to be much better than they are today. I think that we're starting to understand the consistency here and the theme of this video. There's a lot of teams here that are still trying to find their footing. This is why I do say that this season is very special, a little different compared to the other ones, because a lot of these teams have been trying out new things with new players coming in, new players coming out, and they're trying to find their footing. They're trying to understand how should we play with our brand new squad. Real Madrid is also another team because Real Madrid, dude, like, you are expected to play much better, and especially with Kylian Mbappe being on your team. I don't want to hear any excuses about we don't have Toni Kroos and Toni Kroos was the one that gave us tiki-taka. Nah, bro. You guys did not even stand for tiki-taka and whatever the hell you guys were saying like a year ago. You guys were never talking about that. And now that Toni Kroos is out and you're starting to see that the midfield is too exposed, now you're like, we don't have the technicality in the midfield. You guys never talked about that before, so don't bring it up now. You guys are supposed to be playing much better football with Tchouaméni, with Camavinga, with Bellingham in the midfield, and Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius up top. How do you not play good football with that? How do you become a team, right, that just sits back and waits for the mistake of the opposition? When you have such protagonistic, I don't even know if that's a word, protagonistic like players. You're supposed to be a team that goes up forward, tries to steal the ball and score as many goals as possible, like Hansi Flick does with the FC Barcelona. But you guys do seem like you guys are scared. I don't know why you guys are scared. Real Madrid should never be scared. You guys should not be a team that likes to sit back in front of their own fans and just wait for the mistake. You guys play boring football, bro. It's boring football. I know that you guys get that impression about me always thinking that I'm trying to like talk smack about Real Madrid. Like, I don't have an agenda against Real Madrid. I have an agenda over their playing style because they are look, there's no Real Madrid channels out there that are in English at the very least, and I don't see anybody talking like actually criticizing or critiquing Real Madrid at all. It's if I was a Real Madrid fan, I would say it is embarrassing to see that Madrid are playing worse football compared to the previous season, and with Kylian Mbappe. You guys are supposed to be more up there, more protagonistic, more up there in the final third, trying to steal the ball, scoring goals. Mbappe, like, okay, yeah, like if you look at his numbers, he is the top scorer for Real Madrid in the league with a total of 6, and then you have Vinicius Jr. with 5. But if you take away Mbappe's penalties, it's over. Like, this guy only has 2 or 3 actual goals, and Mbappe's not even in the top assist chart. Vinicius is number 1 with a total of 4. Luka Modric has a total of 2. Where the hell is Bellingham? Bellingham can score you the goals and provide you the assist, but he's not ranked anywhere when it comes to goals and assists. What's going on here? You have Bellingham, a great number 10, and Vinicius, a great left winger, and a great other left winger, which is Kylian Mbappe. I don't understand what's going on here. The football should be much better than this. Much better. I know that many might say, no, Kevin, you don't understand. Look at how Real Madrid rised up against Dortmund in that 5-2 match. We were losing 2-0 and we came back with 5 goals with Vinicius hat-trick and Vasquez scoring on the 83rd minute or whatever, right? Dude, let me tell you guys something. Real Madrid right now, with the amount of stars that they have and how they play, remind me of how Barcelona were back in 2019. Because when Barcelona were also winning, right? They did not win because of their style. They did not win because of their philosophy. If you go back to that match, right, between Barcelona and Real Betis, where I think Messi scored that goal over the goalkeeper, right? He chipped it over everybody and it went over the goalkeeper and it was a goal, right? That was around a time where Barcelona were winning because of the individual brilliance of Messi and Suarez and also Jordi Alba. It was all about, okay, let's just be passive. Rakitic passes it there, Vidal passes it over there, and then out of nowhere, Messi passes the ball down to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba crosses the ball inside the box. Messi finds it again, scores the goal. Or Messi passes it to Suarez. Suarez scores the goal. Suarez passes it to Messi, scores it. It was the individual brilliance of Messi, Suarez, and Alba. Sometimes maybe even Rakitic, right, with his long shots. But that was it. That was the Barcelona badge. It was just a team called FC Barcelona that gets helped by Messi, Suarez, and Jordi Alba. On the short term, it may seem like it might work. Okay, it does seem like it might work. You might say, I remember everybody was saying Barcelona will never get beaten. We're unbeatable. You cannot stop Messi, Suarez, and Alba and Rakitic. Look at their individual brilliance. You cannot stop that. But once Barcelona faced a true competitive team, aka Liverpool, look at what happened in that match. Look at what happened. Look, in the first leg, yes, we won 3-0. Why? Because again, through the brilliance of our players. And then in the next match, in the second leg, we got harassed. We got so screwed, it was not even funny. And it was exposed that Barcelona were never successful because we had a great unit, cohesive team. It was because Messi saved our asses. That is why I do say, when I look at Real Madrid today, it is the exact same story and the exact same thing. And we all know, based off our experiences, how it's going to play out in the end. When Real Madrid beat Dortmund 5-2, okay? Because in the way that Real Madrid win, how they won against Dortmund, is we're going to see this multiple times through the league because that is how they do win. But when we saw Real Madrid beat Dortmund 5-2, I'm like, dude, it was not a Ancelotti masterclass. It was not that. It was not Madrid getting cohesive and playing together and striving for the best and getting the best results. It was not that. It was through the brilliance of Vinicius. Vinicius saved Madrid. Vinicius saved Madrid. Ancelotti did not save Madrid. Madrid itself did not save Madrid. Like the whole players, the main 11 did not save Real Madrid. Vinicius saved Real Madrid. Okay, same thing that happened with Barcelona. Messi and Suarez saved Barcelona back in 2019, also in 2018, 2020, you name it. But the moment Real Madrid face a real cohesive, strong team, it's going to be really bad for them. It's going to be bad. And it may not happen against Barcelona. Real Madrid could defeat Barcelona tomorrow in a couple of hours and win them 4-0. But it's going to eventually happen towards a great cohesive team. There were hints of that already against Man City when they lost like 4-0 something like that in the Champions League, when Man City won the Champions League. There were hints of that. And now it's only going to go even further because now you're like, okay, we don't really even have to think about how we play football because we have Mbappe who can save us, we have Vinicius who can save us. Shut the hell up. We're Real Madrid. We'll figure out a way. Who cares if we conceded 2 goals on the 30th minute and on the 34th minute? Because you know what? Vinicius and Kylian Mbappe and Bellingham can save us in the last 10 minutes because of their brilliance. It's not gonna work out in the long term. I am sorry. And I do think that somebody like Xabi Alonso, who coaches Bayer Leverkusen, would be a much safer bet, right, to rely on. I think that Xabi Alonso can really build this team to be much more cohesive, more confident, more composed about everything, right? You don't see like stupid stuff about, oh my God, we got scored on 2 times in the last 10 minutes. Let's try and see if we can score 3 goals within these next 2 minutes. Like, bro, you're not going to see crazy stories like that, right? With Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is somebody who says, okay, we're going to control the match from the first minute to the 90th minute. Everything's going to be okay. And through the 1 minute and 90th minute, Vinicius, Bellingham, Mendy, whoever is going to be scoring their goals. No problem. We just need to be a dominant, cohesive, strong team first. Everything else is just a sprinkle on top. Notice how with Rafinha, when he scored his 3 goals against Bayern Munich, right? Not against Dortmund, but against Bayern Munich, which is Dortmund's fathers. Bayern Munich, Rafinha, 3 goals. We never said Rafinha saved Barcelona. Rafinha is the savior of this club. Rafinha is the best left winger in the world and blah, blah, blah. We never said that. We didn't say that. We said Barcelona played a very strong game. Barcelona were very strong in this match. They played cohesive, and it so happened that Rafinha was able to benefit from it the most. That is the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid today. And so those are going to be my current thoughts about La Liga so far. I think that if Barcelona beat Real Madrid tomorrow, right, and we can beat them, get the 3 points, we will be 6 points ahead of Real Madrid. And let me tell you, if Real Madrid know that we are 6 points ahead of them in the league, their interest to win the league is going to drop down lower. Not extremely low, but it's going to drop down lower, and they're going to want to focus on the Champions League for sure. Because Real Madrid, they love to prioritize the Champions League. If the league does not seem like it is achievable, they will prioritize the Champions League. Trust me, because that is their trophy. That is their competition. It is just what Real Madrid is. To Real Madrid and its fan base, they know that if they don't win the league, but they win the Champions League, it is a world-class season for them. It is. That's just how it is. And trust me, they have a lot to lose this season because, once again, it is a team. We're talking about a team that has won the league and the Champions League already, right? This exact same team, but they have Kylian Mbappe on top of it. They are expected to win the league again this season. Not FC Barcelona. Barcelona is not expected to win the league. It is Real Madrid. And so I do think that if Barcelona can go 6 points ahead of Real Madrid tomorrow and they beat them, it would really boost their confidence a lot because they would see that, oh my God, Real Madrid signed these players. They won La Liga last season, but we were still able to beat them. Hansi Flick is the man. We got to trust this person. So I do think that it's going to benefit Barcelona so much more compared to Real Madrid. If Madrid win tomorrow, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. We won. We move forward from there. Now we're tied in points. But if Barcelona win tomorrow, huge boost in confidence. If Madrid lose tomorrow, they're going to less prioritize La Liga and put all the priority towards the Champions League. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.